Hi, welcome once again to another new video. This is Santu Sahu and you are watching Sahu's tutorial. And in this video, I'll be covering some important MCQ question on English literature for the upcoming Gauhati University PGET 2023 English Literature Entrance Exam. This is the part 5. In the previous 4 videos, I have discussed more than 150 important MCQ questions along with explanation. Please visit the playlist, that is Gauhati University PGET 2023 English Literature Entrance Exam, and in that playlist you will get all the videos that I have recently uploaded in that section. So please visit the playlist. And before starting the session, this is my humble request to all the viewers. Please do subscribe the channel and tap the bell icon to get more notification to stay updated, and do not forget to hit the like button as well. So here is your first question on your screen. The first question is that how many languages are considered for the Sahitya Akademi Award in India? How many languages are considered for the Sahitya Akademi Award in India? Options A 8, 16, 22, 24. So here the right option is 24. 24 languages are considered for the Sahitya Akademi Award in India. So 24 is the right answer. In what month does the poem Raven takes place? Raven is a poem by Edgar Allan Poe. Edgar Allan Poe, the American poet here. Edgar Allan Poe has written The Raven. Okay, and he is actually known as the inventor of detective fiction. Inventor of detective fiction. So detective fiction. Inventor of detective fiction. Okay. So Edgar Allan Poe, who has also written short stories like The Parnoon Letter, The Murder in the Rue Morgue, The Pit and Pendulum. These are all famous works by Edgar Allan Poe. The Pit and Pendulum, Murder in the Rue Morgue, The Parloon Letter. These are 3 famous short story written by Edgar Allan Poe, and he is also a dark romantic writer. Edgar Allan Poe has written here the poem The Raven. So your question is, in what month does the poem The Raven take place? December, January, then you have October, February. So here the right option is actually in the month of December. So Edgar Allan Poe is famously known for his works like The Parnoon Letter, The Murder in the Rue Morgue, The Feed and the Pendulum. These are famous short stories. Here the Raven is another important work by Edgar Allan Poe. And the poem here begins after midnight on a cold December evening. After midnight on a cold December evening, a man, the narrator, sits alone by the fire, dozing off as he reads a book, hoping to forget about his lost love. While he sits, he hears a knocking at the door. The Raven is actually a narrative poem by the American writer Edgar Allan Poe, first published in January, that is 1845. The poem is often noted for its musicality, stylized language, and supernatural atmosphere. And he is also known as the inventor of detective fiction. It tells about a distraught lover which paid a mysterious visit by a talking raven. The lover, often identified as a student, is lamenting the loss of his love. Sitting on a bust of palace, the raven seems to further antagonize the protagonist with its constant repetition of the word nevermore. So there is a constant repetition of the word nevermore. The poem makes use of folk, mythological, religious, and classical references. Who wrote the book Religio Medici? This is a religious reflections, a work on reflection actually. Sir Francis Bacon, Sir Thomas Browne, William Shakespeare, John Donne. Who wrote the book Religio Medici? Here Sir Thomas Browne has written Religio Medici. This is a book on the religion of a doctor, Religio Medici, and it is as titled as The Religion of a Doctor by Sir Thomas Browne. It is a spiritual testament, an early psychological self-portrait published in 1643. After an unauthorized version was distributed the previous year, it became a European bestseller which brought its author fame at the home and abroad. So here, Religio Medici, a book on reflections, religion of Dr. Religion of Sir Thomas Browne. Who wrote the lines? The mind is its own place and itself can make a heaven of hell or hell of heaven. So these lines are actually spoken by Satan. These lines were spoken by Satan here. So Satan appears in William Shakespeare, John Donne, John Milton. Then we have Samuel Taylor Coleridge. So it is in John Milton. John Milton. In John Milton's Paradise Lost Book 1. Paradise Lost. Paradise Lost. Okay. Book 1. In Book 1 we find these lines, and these lines are spoken by Satan. Satan, okay, Book 1, Paradise Lost Book 1, it was published in 1667 पे Paradise Lost published हुआ था with 10 books. Okay, Paradise Lost published in 1667 पे with 10 books. 1674 में 12 books में published हुआ था, ठीक है. 2 books were added in 1674 edition, and Paradise Lost was written in blank verse. Okay, it was written in blank verse. Paradise Lost written in blank verse. So these are the information you need to know, okay, regarding the Paradise Lost. It was written in blank verse. 1667 पे 10 books था, 1674 पे second edition में 12 books, 2 books were added, and in Paradise Lost Book 1 पे these lines are spoken by Satan. The mind is in its own place, and itself can make a heaven of hell or hell of heaven. Let me not to the marriage of true minds admit impediments. Love is not love which alters when it alternation finds. Okay, love isn't love which alters when it alternation finds. Okay, the aforesaid lines are taken from two sonnet by Shakespeare. Options: 18, sonnet 18, sonnet 73, sonnet 116, sonnet 30. So these lines were actually sonnet 116, sonnet 116. Okay, and here the immortality of love. Okay, immortality of age. Here the sonneteer, the Shakespeare here is actually immortalizing the love. Okay, the theme of immortalizing the love can be found in this sonnet 116, and Shakespeare has written total 154 sonnets. Chalo. Who wrote the poem To His Quiet Mistress? To His Quiet Mistress is a poem by John Donne, George Herbert, Andrew Marvell, Robert Herrick. Andrew Marvell has written the poem To His Quiet Mistress. Who is the author of the poem Hero and Leander? And this is actually Hero and Leander. Hero in Leander, William Shakespeare, Lord Byron, Ben Jonson, Christopher Marlowe. It was actually incomplete. It was written by Christopher Marlowe. Later it was translated. Later it was completed by George Chapman. George Chapman, okay, George Chapman had translated Hero and Leander. Had completed. Sorry, had completed. Okay, had completed Hero and Leander. Christopher Marlowe had written Hero and Leander. It was incomplete. After the death of Christopher Marlowe, it was George Chapman who completed Hero and Leander. Hero and Leander is a poem by Christopher Marlowe that retells the real of Hero and Leander. After Marlowe's untimely death, okay, it was completed by George Chapman. A minor for Henry Petrie published an alternative completion to the poem. The poem was first published 5 years after Marlowe's demise, Marlowe's death. Next question. Who is the author of the split the Spanish tragedy? The Spanish tragedy William Shakespeare ने लिखा, Christopher Marlowe ने लिखा है, Middleton लिखा नहीं है, Thomas Kidd. Thomas Kidd has written, okay, the Spanish tragedy. Thomas Kidd has written where the characters like, okay, Belle Emperia appears, okay, Belle Emperia, okay, Belle Emperia, Balthazar, okay, Balthazar. These are characters of Spanish tragedy, and its subtitle is known as Hieronymo is mad again. Hieronymo is mad again. Hieronymo is mad again. This is the subtitle of the Spanish tragedy by Thomas Kidd. And Belle Emperia, Balthazar, these are important characters, okay, of the Spanish tragedy. In which play does the character Goneril figure? The Goneril actually the eldest daughter, okay, the eldest daughter of King Lear, and the other 2 daughters, okay, of King Lear, okay, others 2 daughters of King Lear is actually Regan, the second one, that is Regan, and the third one is actually Cordelia, the youngest. So eldest one was Goneril, the second one was Regan, and the third one is Cordelia. In which play does the character Goneril figure? Macbeth, Romeo and Juliet, Hamlet, King Lear. So King Lear, and it's Nahum Tate, okay, it is Nahum Tate, okay, who gave a happy ending, okay, who gave a happy ending to King Lear, okay. तो किसने happy ending दिया था? It was King Lear को. It is Nahum Tate, okay, it is Nahum Tate, okay, who gave a happy ending of King Lear. चलो, Goneril is a character in William Shakespeare's tragic play King Lear that is published in 1605, okay, HOKM. So पहले आता है Hamlet, उसके बाद Othello, then K के बाद K means King Lear, and M for Macbeth, okay. So HOKM, Hamlet, Othello, King Lear, and Macbeth. So King Lear was published in 1605. She is the eldest of the King Lear's three daughters. Along with her sister, Regan and Goneril, is considered a villain. So here, Goneril and Regan, they are the villain, okay, obsessed with power. Were actually obsessed with power and overthrowing her elderly father as ruler of the Kingdom of Britain. After taking everything from King Lear, who is the wife of Bath, then followed the Canterbury Tales, Elizabeth, and Alician's Margaret is Alician, who is independent, okay, who is an independent woman, okay. Alician is the wife of Bath, in followed the Canterbury Tales with Chaucer. Mirabelle is actually Mirabelle is a male protagonist, okay. The male protagonist of this is a character who figures in which play by Goneril, The Way of the World, Love for Love, Morning Bread, The Old Bachelor. So Mirabelle, the male protagonist, appears in The Way of the World, and Way of the World was published in 1700, okay, and the restoration period also ended in 1700. So The Way of the World, this is where the Mirabelle and Millamant are the characters. Mirabelle is a male protagonist of this play, and it was published in 1700 by William Congreve, whose literary work satirizes literary text and is attributed to the foe. Okay, the Canterbury Tales, Don Quixote, Gulliver's Travels, the Dunciad. Okay, Dunciad is actually attributed to the foe, and it satirizes literary texts. The Dunciad is actually a landmark. It's a mock heroic narrative poem. It's a mock heroic narrative poem by Alexander Pope, published in three different versions at different times from 1728 to 1743. The poem celebrates a goddess Darkness, and the progress of our chosen agents as they bring decay, imbecility, tastelessness to the kingdom of Great Britain. Okay, so this is here Theobald, okay, Lewis Theobald Dunstan, who proposed to popularize, okay, who proposed to popularize and bring philosophy to the coffee houses in the 18th century. Samuel Johnson, David Hume, Benjamin Franklin, Joseph Addison. So it was Joseph Addison who proposed. It was Joseph Addison proposed to popularize. Joseph Addison proposed to popularize and bring philosophy to the coffee house in the 18th century. So Joseph Addison. Which land in Swift's Gulliver's Travels is known for its main of towering height? Which land in Swift's Gulliver's Travels is known for its main of towering height? The main were actually of towering height. The height of the main was like a tower. Laputa, Lilywood, Blefuscu, Broodingnan. It is Broodingnan. Okay. It is Broodingnan. It is Broodingnan is the right answer. In a country cottage, okay, was written by Jayanta Mahapatra, Naidu, Sarojini Naidu, Nizam Ezekiel, and Girish Karnad. The country cottage was written by Nizam Ezekiel. Nizam Ezekiel has written that in the country cottage. The poem Hunger, which is written by Jayanta Mahapatra, has written, okay, the Odisha poet, okay, Jayanta Mahapatra has written, the Hunger depicts the plight of a dad who attempts to sell his daughter for a living. Businessman, corn seller, fisherman, vegetable seller. The poem Hunger is depicting the plight of a fisherman who attempts to sell his daughter for a living. So this is the fisherman. Jayanta Mahapatra has written the poem Hunger. Which author is known for the creation of the imaginary island called Erwen? Erwen is actually an imaginary island that was created by here Samuel Butler, the Victorian novelist. Here, okay, we have two Samuel Butler. Okay, one who has written Hoodie Brush. Here is Samuel Butler. Samuel Butler here, the Victorian novelist. Here is a Victorian novelist. Okay, Thomas Woods, Francis Bacon, Jonathan Swift, Samuel Butler. Samuel Butler has created, okay, an imaginary island called Erwen, and the name of the novel is here Erwen or Over the Range. The novel by English writer Samuel Butler, first published anonymously 1872, set a fictional country discovered and explored by the protagonist. The book is set on the Victorian stage. So there, Erwen or Over the Range is actually a satire on Victorian society. The first few chapters of the novel is dealing with the discovery of Erwen, and in fact based on Butler's own experience in New Zealand, where as a young man he worked as a sheep farmer on a Mesopotamian station for about 4 years and explored parts of the interior of the South Island and wrote about in his first year in Canterbury settlement. The novel is one of the first to explore ideas of artificial intelligence as influenced by Darwin's simply published on the origin of species and the machines developed out of the Industrial Revolution. Okay. Next question: which author is known for the creation of the imaginary island called Oceania? Thomas More, Francis Bacon, Jonathan Swift, George Orwell. So it is George Orwell. George Orwell dystopian novel, that is 1984. This is the dystopian novel. Okay, in that novel, 1984 is a novel, dystopian novel published in 1949. So 1984 is a novel. It was published in 1949, and in that novel, 1984, dystopian novel by George Orwell. Here we find the three fictional superstates of the dystopian novel 1984, that was published in 1949 में published हुआ था, are Oceania, Eurasia, Eurasia, and there are also disputed territories. Okay, disputed territories also are also indicated in that dystopian novel. So here the question is Oceania. Oceania can be found. Oceania can be found in the novel 1984 by George Orwell. It was published in 1949. Who created the imaginary island called named Blefuscu? Thomas More नहीं है, Francis Bacon तो नहीं है, Jonathan Swift, Samuel Butler. It is Jonathan Swift. Okay. The imaginary island named Blefuscu can be found in the work of Jonathan Swift in the first book of Gulliver's Travels. Here, Lilliput and Blefuscu are two fictional island notions. Two fictional island nations that appear in the first part of the 1726 novel Gulliver's Travels by Jonathan Swift. Two islands and neighbors in the South Indian Ocean. Okay? So this is next question here. In which author is associated with the imaginary island called Utopia? Utopia, Thomas More, Francis Bacon, Jonathan Swift, Samuel Butler. So it is Thomas More's Utopia. Utopia, Thomas More. Next questions. Which author is known for the creation of the imaginary island called Benjamin? Benjamin can be found. This is an imaginary island that was created by that is by Francis Bacon. Okay, by Francis Bacon. Francis Bacon in his in utopian novel New Atlantis. In his New Atlantis. Okay, New Atlantis is the work. New Atlantis is the work. Okay, in that work we find the imaginary island called Benjamin. Thomas More, Francis Bacon, Jonathan Swift, and but with Francis Bacon. In Francis Bacon, New Atlantis, which is actually a utopian novel. New Atlantis is actually incomplete. It's an incomplete utopian novel by Sir Francis Bacon, published after his death posthumously. And the novel depicts a mythical island called Benjamin. The novel is depicting a mythical island called Benjamin. Under which pen name did Agatha Christie write her romantic novels? Agatha Westmacott, Mary Christie, Agatha Smith, Mary Westmacott. It's Mary Westmacott. Under which pen name did Agatha Christie write her romantic novels? It is under Mary Westmacott. Here D is the right answer. Latin phrase which illustrates the theme of Geoffrey Chaucer's The Pardoner's Tales is actually Bono Malum Superated Malum Q Communis UPUC Radix Malorum Est Cupidits Mala Tempora Current. So the Latin phrase which illustrates the theme of Geoffrey Chaucer's The Pardoner's Tales is actually Radix Malorum Est Cupidits. That is the love of money is the root of all evil. In the introduction, we tell the partner states that Radix Malorum Est Cupidits, which is Latin for the love of money is the root of all evil, a passage from the Bible. The tale and the prologue are primarily concerned with what the partner says is theme. Radix Malorum said, or greed is the root of all evil, or the love of money is the root of all evil. Next question. In classic statement that inaugurated feminist thought in English, we read women writing things back to her mothers, or women writing back to her mothers. Okay. Where does this occur? Virginia Woolf's A Room of One's Own. Kate Millet's Sexual Politics. Gertrude Stein's Three Lives. Mary Haird's The Way Women Write. So here these lines appear in Virginia Woolf's A Room of One's Own. 25 of the four characters in Dryden's essay who represents Dryden. Dryden's essay that is who represents Dryden. Neander, Crites, Lycidius, Eugenius. So Neander here of the four characters in Dryden's essay, the poesy who represents Dryden. Dryden is actually here Neander. Neander is the right answer. Which among the which of the following is not a post-structuralist thinker? Lacan, Michel Foucault, Giles Deleuze, Roland Barthes. So Roland Barthes, Deleuze, and Michel Foucault, they are all post-structuralist thinkers, but Jacques Lacan is a psychoanalyst. Jacques Lacan. Next question. Lollards are the followers of the following Protestant and Reformation leader. Are the Lollards are the followers of the following Protestant leader and the Reformation leader? Who was he? John Wycliffe, King Edward, Martin Luther King, Martin Luther. So it is John Wycliffe. The followers of John Wycliffe are known as Lollards, and he was the leader of Reformation and the Protestant leader too. Milton's Paradise Lost is written in heroic couple, Spencer and Sandra, 3 words, blank verse. Paradise Lost 1667 pe first 10 books, 1674 pe that is 12 books. So it is in blank verse. Next question. The Great Fire of London took place in 1660, 1666 to 70, 1534. So the Great Fire of London took place in 1666. But the Great Plague, okay, the Great Plague of London, the Great Plague of London took place in 1665. So after 1 year, the plague came in 1665, and then the next year, 1666, the Great Fire of London took place. Okay, and today's last question is on your screen here. Which of the following characters speak this famous line in Shakespeare Merchant of Venice? The quality of mercy is not strength. It drops as the gentle rain from heaven. Upon the palace beneath it is twice blessed. It blessed him that gives and him that takes. Portia, Bassanio, Antonio, Silo. So this line, this famous line is spoken by none other than Portia. Portia is the speaker. So these were all 30 questions along with explanation I have discussed in a hurry. Thank you for watching this video, and please make sure to subscribe the channel and tap the bell icon to get more notification and stay updated. And do not forget to hit the like button as well and share with your friends. Thank you.